protected in the top 2 that they got in the Andrew Wiggins trade because they had to take on the inferior player, the overpaid player, the inefficient player in Andrew Wiggins. This is only because the Warriors have mind-melded everyone because they got fortunate when the cap spiked and with Steph's contract when they got Kevin Durant that they have some light years ahead philosophy. They don't. There is no chance that the Bucks trade Giannis for 12 cents on the dollar. Broussard, if they're going to trade him, here are some teams that can make real offers. The Miami Heat can offer you all their young players. Bam, Hero, Duncan Robinson. They would have to include Iguodala to make the money work. What about the Raptors, where you mentioned smartly he has a relationship with Masai? What about Pascal Siakam, OG, and their draft picks? The Celtics, if Danny Ainge ever wants to get off his butt and make a trade. What about Jason Tatum and the Memphis pick? Tatum and a pick for Giannis. I keep going. Washington could offer Bradley Beal and Rui Hachimura. The Sixers could offer Ben Simmons, Matthias Thybulle, and picks. Denver could say, you can have Jokic or Jamal Murray, your pick, plus Gary Harris and picks. I could keep going. Almost every team in the league can make a better offer than overpaid Andrew Wiggins, a top 5 pick in a bad draft, and whatever the Minnesota pick's going to turn into. This is a total impossibility, which is why I find it so maddening, Broussard.
Yeah, look, I mean, it is a stretch to think that he can end up in Golden State, and people keep talking about it. When we spoke about it a few days ago, I just thought the Warriors had a better chance than Toronto. But I don't think either team is getting Giannis, and you laid the point out pretty well. Obviously, they could put Clay in instead of Andrew Wiggins. Maybe they could put both in, and it's Giannis and another person to sweeten the pie. But still, the chances of him going to Golden State are very slim. I'm going to address Wiggins because, Nick, you are always killing Andrew Wiggins. And let me say this. As a fourth option, and that's what he is, remember, fourth option, he is going to be good for Golden State. When Andre Iguodala had to be the number 1 option in Philadelphia or a higher option in Denver, didn't go too well. He goes to Golden State as a guy off the bench or, a fourth option as a starter, and he has a great end to his career. Sean Livingston, when he was viewed as a top guy, more of a top guy than he was in Golden State, he struggled. He gets to the Warriors in a perfect role off the bench, and he shines. Andrew Wiggins is a fourth option, career 20-point scorer, can play very good defense. He was locked in, defended well in Golden State. I think he's going to be good for the Warriors.
Oh, my God. Again, with your disrespect to Andre Iguodala, Broussard. It's just comparing Andre Iguodala, it's just insanity. Andre Iguodala, an outstanding perimeter defender. Andrew Wiggins has been, since he was at the University of Kansas, folks have been like, he could be a great defender. He did it for a week in Golden State. He was an average defender. People were like, oh, he's unlocked it. Sean Livingston wasn't making max money. But again, I ask you this. If Andrew Wiggins has this value that I'm not seeing, why did Minnesota have to include next year's draft pick in order to get D'Angelo Russell, not one of the 25 best players in the league, just to get Golden State to take him? You know the answer is because he is an overpaid bad asset. Oh, okay, yeah, that's it. Yeah,
by Minnesota. I'm with you on that. That was ridiculous. They could have gotten D'Angelo without giving up that draft pick. But Wiggins, I'm telling you, he was misplaced as a first or second option. He's a fourth option in Golden State, Nick.
Fourth option that makes $30 million. What I don't understand is it's a salary cap league, Wilds, and if your fourth option makes $30 million, you're ruined. But Wilds, what I'm very interested in is evidently Minnesota really did screw up because Minnesota could have had Giannis because they had Wiggins. They've got the same pick this year Golden State does. They got the second worst record in basketball, and they could have had their own pick. So they could have just held fort and traded for Giannis, evidently, because Andrew Wiggins is going to be unlocked as a $30 million fourth option, Wilds. I'm excited to see it.
I was going to bring it back to Giannis, Nick, because I think this whole thing is is centered on, does Giannis want to leave? If he doesn't want to leave, none of this matters anyways. And in the history of the league, and Nick, correct me if I've got this wrong, I think superstars have only left for 3 reasons. They're the big 3 C's: city, cash, and championships. Let's start with city. He likes Milwaukee. He's pillar of the community. He said it 100 times. He likes Milwaukee, wants to raise his kids in Milwaukee. He's very happy there. Number 2, cash. Bobby Marks reporting, since he got his second All-NBA team, he can sign the biggest extension in league history. It goes down to about 5 years, $247 million. So then number 3, championships. He went from a 15-win